lastly, 2007. What we expect from Atmosphere and Slug?
You know, I'm not sure actually. I'm gonna kind of hide Atmosphere and Slug for a little while because I just bought a house and it's time for me to learn how to get my home repair on.
In Minnesota?
In Minnesota, yeah. I'm gonna learn how to cut tiles and fix my bathroom up and that kind of stuff. I'm gonna go.
Why not LA? Why not? Cats know who you are. Why not New York?
It's too expensive, man.
Right.
Like, I mean, the bottom line is, like, Minneapolis is great for the simple fact that it's affordable for anybody. So if you got a little bit of change, you get something nice. You know what I mean? And it's like that's what we're all trying to do. We're trying to provide for our kids and our families with that nice thing, you know. And really, man, out here, I was just talking to my guy Merce about that. Like, what he pays in rent is more than what my mortgage is on a house that's tight, you know what I mean? And so it's like, yeah, man, and my family's all there, from my kid to my mom, you know, and I'm not really trying to leave that. I like LA, but hell, I can come visit this place, you know, and kick it for a couple of days and then bounce back home.
What do you get when you combine Atmosphere with Merce? Make some noise for Phil!
And there it is, man.
We gotta talk to Slug about a few more things.
Fuck you, Quest.
All right. Why do you think that you are one of the most hated men in underground hip hop, and yet the most popular at the same time?
Because everybody knows I do not deserve to be in the position that I'm in. Essentially, that's what it comes down to. But at the same time, me being in that position is proof that you can do it too, which is where the people relate. You know what I'm saying? It's like I'm not out here busting heads in my rhymes. I'm not out here talking about slinging weed or coke or nothing. You know, I'm not doing these things that everybody feels like is, you know, the core of what today is in hip hop. I'm just doing me. I'm just being myself. And so even established artists who have made it by not being themselves look at me and go, fuck that dude, because he didn't have to do all this dumbass shit that I had to do to get there. All I had to do was be myself, man. And I think in a way, that's what draws people in, and that's also what pushes some people away. All right, later, Alex.
One last question. Your music has been labeled by some, even I believe you at one point, as emo hop.
Oh yeah, I made that shit up back in like '97 when we first put out Overcast. It was a joke. I was saying it just as a joke, just because somebody from a rock publication was like interviewing me and they didn't know what they were asking or anything, and so as a joke I kind of was playing into them like, oh, but it's emo-rap, and then they were like, oh, I get it, that makes sense, you know what I mean? And from there it like spread, and I already cut off 2 of my toes to reprimand myself for ever saying that shit to begin with, and I'm not taking another toe. I need the rest of the toes I got. So if you want to be mad at me for that shit, whatever, holler. I don't give a fuck. Fuck you, Quest. But yeah, I mean, whatever, man. People are gonna try and box anything in. They want to label stuff because it makes it more convenient for them to describe it when they want to talk about it. So whatever, man. Put it whatever box.
So how would you describe your style?
I mean, the way I look at it is, man, I'm pretty traditional. I'm directly out of the school of hip-hop that I grew up on, which was essentially Afrocentric revolutionary rap. But it's like, how, you know, I can't get on stage and preach Afrocentrism to you because you're not going to accept that from me. So instead, I deal with a personal revolution. I make sure I just am myself, be myself, and that is my version of kicking knowledge, so to say, or dropping science, or making donuts, whatever the fuck you want to call the shit. But that's you know, I came out of KRS-One and Big Daddy Kane, and what I do is just essentially my version of what I learned from them. So I would just call it traditional and stay steady with boom bap music. That's always been the strength of the beats, and I stay pretty straight up with rhymes. You know, there's been times where I've gotten ambiguous or wordy, or people say abstract or all that kind of shit, but I never really saw any of that, man. To me, it's just like, you just try to take an idea and make the shit rhyme, you know?
Yes. All right.
Fuck you, Quest.
And say Trees is still the best.
Fuck you, Trees.